Hi everyone, welcome in. Today I thought I would do some zombie cats again, because I've not been doing that in a while. I have some to finish, but I had a collector's pack of yarn that is like Crayola, and I can't take it with me because the wrapping is a box like this, and it will be crushed if I do. So I thought instead I would just make zombie cats out of this. It has 6 little bundles of yarns like this in rainbow colors. So I'm gonna make a zombie cat with that. So far we're at the purple and we're like at the bottom of the kitty. I'm just trying to take little clips for TikTok and Instagram and whatnot. I'm gonna put it in my shorts as well. My short videos, not my actual shorts. So yeah, I'm just doing that right now. I hope everyone's doing well. By the way, I'm destashing a lot of my yarns, so if you want to see what's available, go over to my Instagram. There is still a lot available. I'm moving in a few days, like in 10 days. So, well, 11 days to be precise. But yeah, go over to my Instagram. In my highlights, I have that. So if you want to see. Right now, I don't even know what weight this is because it doesn't specify on the box. It just said it's like 6 colors. Uh, but my best guess, I do have a wrap per inch tool, which um I could have determined the weight of the yarn by that, but my best educated guess is this is closer to DK. So now I'm making um, a plushie and amigurumi. So I am using a 3 millimeter hook. I'm using one of the hooks Antoinette sent me, and I gotta say they're working pretty well right now. And I'm a fan of them so far. They got the little crystal handle like this, and it says the size here at the bottom. So yeah, I like them. They're pretty cute. They all have a little crystal handle in different colors like that. See this one. This one is clear. This one is blue. They all have different colors. It was a full set, and it starts much smaller than most hook sets start. So like that, I thought that was great because I had to part with a lot of my smaller hooks because they were furls Odyssey, and I had to sell them to make money because I'm not doing so well with that, as you may know. So yeah, hold on. Just gotta count the rounds real quick. Let me just pick up the beginning of this round. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, I'm missing one round before I move on to the next part there. And I do want to make a huge chunk of this purple because the body becomes much smaller, like it shrinks very, very quickly. After that, you're left with the face, and the face I would want to divide in a few different colors, like in 4 colors. I would do maybe 2 for the body. Right now, I have 7. And maybe I'm already ready to go to the blue. Because, yeah, it does get quite small. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. Okay. I think that, yes, I'm gonna move to the blue now. That's what I'm gonna do. Worst case scenario is I pick back up the purple later on because I wanted to make a small cat. you know, I could have made a bigger one, a medium size. I weighed the total of yarn here. I could have made a small, I could have made a medium, but my thought was I'm gonna make a small, and if I have more yarn, I'll make another one, or maybe I'll use this extra yarn for the limbs. Although I was thinking maybe black or white, just for contrast, you know. So no, I just like colorful stuff, and these will be little pride kitties. This could be cute. So, yeah. Mm, but that is how my Tuesday is going. We're Tuesday, right? Hold on. My phone says Tuesday. I'm gonna trust that. I'm so out of touch with days of the week and such. Don't um, don't trust me with calendar stuff. I'm out of the loop most of the time. Okay, so my goal is to do the remaining 11 rows in blue, and then after that I'm gonna switch to the green, or maybe even earlier. We'll see how it flows, you know, because I kind of have a sense of approximately where it should change for it to be for it to look kind of um even, because the head is much bigger, right? This is a medium-sized cat. I'm making a small right now. You see how the head is so much bigger, the stripes will become so small. So I kind of don't want them to be super tiny either. So I don't know, we're managing right now. One, two, three, and four. Also, I wanted to make a smaller cat because it's quicker. If I can make one with inverted colors, I think it would be pretty neat. Like red to purple instead of purple to red. I still have 3 Halloween medium cats to finish. I've made the bodies now, but I still gotta make the limbs, the ears, and the all the rest of the stuff, basically. And so far, these yarns they seem reasonably nice. This is my little review to you. You shouldn't use these because they're a collector's item. But as I was saying, I can't really sell that because nobody's really in the market for Creole yarns. Like, maybe there's a weirdo out there who is, like I was, but I bought this at retail price and I've not seen it online for cheaper, or even for more expensive, or even for cheaper. I've not seen that anywhere. I did search a little bit earlier, but I was like, okay, maybe it's going to be a better use of my time to just make something with it. So right now I took a few clips for TikTok, which I'm going to do more of once I'm towards the end, just to show like different stages of the thing instead of doing a very unsmooth transition. Just like a little shot of the beginning and then a shot of when I'm about to close up the top of the kitty, the head. Yeah, something like that. I took a lot of clips of opening the box and whatnot, like what the box has inside. Anyway, you'll see that when I post it. So it's no use explaining, but I've not been live in a while. I'm sorry. I'm so busy with the move and everything. Which, if you don't know, I'm probably not, unfortunately, gonna be able to go live once I do move, because my grandpa has a very old internet. Like, he's just never changed his uh contract or anything. They have better stuff available. Even their lower internet is better than what he has now, but he cannot get that because yeah, he would have to change his router and all the equipment and blah blah blah. He's much older, and like I could manage that. Like, I could call them and do the stuff for him, but yeah, until I can actually get there and evaluate my needs, like, that's not gonna be a possibility. I do have a Alex thingy though, so like it would be free for him. I could just like give him my Alex little tower there, and he could use that. Just yeah, it would be free of charge. Hold on. Did I do 7 stitches? Okay, I did. Sometimes it's hard to count while you talk. But yeah, when you buy a Elix thingy for Videotron, it's yours for life. You actually pay for that. So you pay a little bit by a little bit, and at some point it's just you keep it. Well, no, you pay on your first bill, I believe. But yeah, it's yours after you're gone. You take it with you if you want another um plan later on, or you want to transfer that, you can do that. So we'll see once I get there. Yeah. But let me know what you're up to, everyone. I know that not streaming frequently kind of pushes me down further, and as far as being shown to people and such. But it's not really a choice that I have right now because I just have a lot going on, and the other guy is back because he didn't pick his stuff up, and now he's gonna pick his stuff up because I'm leaving at the end of the month. But like, he's at the place all the time, and like I can't stream because he's being an asshole all the time again, as you all know. But yeah, he's just taking it his sweet time. But yeah, he's taking his sweet time and he's being obnoxious as ever. I can't wait to be completely rid of him. But yeah, that's what he had done. Like, he just left a bunch of weeks for Morocco. Then he came back, but he left his stuff there while he was at his friends and at his family and such. Now he has to pick everything up because when I met with the landlady to have to sign the lease, anyway, to end my lease, she was like, I need to talk to your roommate. He needs to know that he's leaving, blah blah blah. I'm not sure you told him. I was like, yeah, I told him, but like, go and talk to him because in his mind he's gonna pick back up the lease once I leave, and he's like convinced, blah blah. So I was telling her that. She was like, yeah, no, he's leaving. I'm kicking him out, and I was like, all right, handle that. So she talked to him. She said, we can't keep you. We're gonna rent for more expensive, and I don't want to rent to you because you're not trustworthy and all that. Well, she didn't say that, but that's basically what it is. Because she didn't say so clearly to me, but like, I could feel that like she wouldn't necessarily want to rent to him in a different situation. Like, he kept telling me that they tried to lease him the apartment downstairs, but like, I know that's not true. Um, he's not really. Anyway, I was like, yeah, if you're thinking about leasing to him, like, be careful, because he breaks stuff all the time. Which, as you know, he's broken so much of my stuff that it's like, you know. I'm looking out for people. I don't want any trouble, and I don't want to create him trouble, but like, it's my name that's on the line. If I tell her, oh, he's trustable, rent to him, and then he ends up breaking everything, like, you know, like, I'm gonna be in trouble for giving false information or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of not exactly the best situation for someone to be in. So I was honest, which, you know, sometimes you do have to be mean. It's unfortunate. I don't celebrate or condone being mean, but you know, he's just broken so much of my stuff. I'm sorry for unloading right now. Okay. But yeah, this little kitty will be a bit special because it will be all Crayola colors. Oh boy. I get notified every time one person reposts my stuff, and I don't get notified for anyone else doing it but her. Every time she does it, I get notified, and it's like, uh, my activity tab is full of only her reposting on my videos, which, mind you, I'm grateful, but it's just annoying that my whole tab is just her, that I don't get notified for anybody else for some reason. I do on the tab, but like on my phone, it's only like Elisa reposted, Elisa reposted, Elisa reposted. Like I said, I'm grateful. It's just I hate notifications, as you all know. Okay. Fuck that. See, I keep having the sniffles and blowing my nose, but it comes back. And not like having your nose full, but I'm sorry for the gross talk, but just like having the drip. Normally, you just take care of it and it goes away. But apparently, life has decided to curse me because it hates me. Life hates me, people. It really freaking does. I'm so freaking tired right now. You know, I was telling you about some folks over on TikTok that I hang out with every night, and that's going sour. Like, that's not going well at all. And I'm starting to find that I just annoyed the crap out of people. So I'm kind of like not exactly feeling my best right now about this in particular. I'm probably gonna unfollow certain people and just like be on my way and not say a thing like I often do when I feel unwelcomed in spaces. Which I know it's a whole thing, but you know, I just don't feel welcomed in that specific space anymore. Do I do the 3 and then, yeah, I think, no, I think I changed now. to green. Okay, I'm gonna change to green now. But yeah, it's like I enjoyed hanging out with those people. But you know how it is, at some point you just feel it, that people are just meh about you. You've gone past your expiration date with them. They're just like, okay, they're not gonna be mean to you, but they're like just gonna exist in the same vicinity, but not in unison with you, you know? And it's just to that point, and I just prefer to exit early before I get hurt again and like think that people care about me, but in the end they just wouldn't give a tiny little fuck at all, you know? It's just at that point, at this moment. And it's hurtful, but I want to exit while it's still manageable. Because I've only been watching for a month now. Like, I thought I was on a not friends basis, because like these are internet people, I don't know them, but like a at least friendly-ish basis. And it turns out some of them just hate me, and I got solid, tangible proof of that yesterday. And I was just like, yeah, okay, let me take care of myself now. I'll just like fudging take care of myself because I matter, you know? I'm sorry, I'm just getting another towel. What do you know? They're all dirty. All my towels are done for. So I'll just use this one. It's starting to get grimy. But you know, I'm moving in 11 days, I said. So I have to deal with that. I can't just wash things anymore. I still have my washing machine. It's not the problem. It's just I have too much stuff, and the old roommate is like taking up stuff, and he's still using it for some reason. He's still not established a way, like all his stuff is still there. And I'm just like, he's trying to pressure me to sell my furniture faster, and I'm doing what I can, but like, I have 1,000 things going on right now that I can't do. And he's like, sell to my friends. No. I know you're gonna try to give them a discount. Like, he's a little bit scammy like that. As you guys probably all know, because I talked to you about this again and again. So, yeah. It's a little bit, right now. Okay, now we're coming onto the head very soon. Okay, no, I still need one round before the head. It's a very fun pattern, and this one is going to be so little. Look at that. It's so little. It's smaller than all the other ones I've done, just because usually with DK I make medium kitties, but this is not a medium kitty. This is small. It's going to be baby sized. I'm going to sell it cheaper to compensate for that. But it's adorable. Right now it looks like this, and now I have to fill this. So let me just go grab the stuffing. I still have a little bit of that stuff, but I'm gonna need more. If you want to get me an Amazon box or something, I'm joking. Obviously, you don't have to do that. But don't right now, because I'm moving, okay? I don't have my new address yet, because I have to get a P.O. box. I already told you why. Please don't make me repeat it, because I can't. I literally cannot. But yeah. my landlady was like trying to be nice, and she was like, "Oh, you should sign up for the program, and that will help you." But I can't. I cannot. It's not because of me. It's because of other people implicated. And I'm not gonna screw over family. Um, and that morality is often intertwined for a lot of folks with other aspects, but like there is a sociological concept about morality, um uh not in fact, but the other word that I can't find right now, being motivated by things stronger than legality, and like helping someone in need when the whole government is effing them over. Like sometimes, I'm just gonna exist in this person's life and be there for what they need, but not create problems for them, is what I'm trying to say. You know, like I'm not gonna be in their way, is what I'm trying to say. Um, I don't want to go into more details about that specifically. I already did, but like, yeah. Okay, right now I'm just stuffing the base of the kitty. About to make the face. Well, no, just the head. But yeah, my landlady was just like, "Oh, but you lack money. You need to do this and this and that." And I was like, "Yeah, that's nice, thanks, but that's not gonna happen, dear." Like, I'm in a situation where I would need that kind of money, but put I can't put someone else under, like, I can't put my needs above someone else's. Do you understand what I mean? I don't feel obligated either. It's more of a, I understand this person's situation, and kind of our situations mesh together in a perfect way right now. But if I were to go like, "Excuse me, I desire to be paid for this work," that would put both of us in trouble. This person, not exactly in the same way that I would be, because I would be in trouble because I would be living on the streets. Like, that's literally it. But that's kind of the same problem with that person too. We're gonna both have a livable space. I'm gonna have less money because I'm gonna, you know. But yeah, it's complicated to explain. But I can't be like listed as a caretaker. That's the whole point. I'm not going to be an official caretaker either, because he still has a lot of autonomy, so that request would not be approved. I mean, they're not even wanting to send people to his house to like do the care. They're like, nah, he can still walk, which is like, but F you, the man's so is like in his late 80s or 90s. I'm not quite sure. Listen, I don't know his age, and it's not because I don't care, but it's because I don't have a frame of reference for numbers. Um, I'm trying to not give too much details about this, so sorry. I know that I'm already saying a lot, but it's like, how can I explain this in a way that makes sense? But he is old enough to struggle with his health to a point where he needs help, but not to a point where he's dependent. You know what I mean? He can still do stuff, he can still drive, he can still go downstairs by himself. He's safe mostly. Like, he has had some falls, but if I can help him a little bit around the house and such, is gonna be better. But he doesn't need a caretaker to that level. it's just gonna be a lot for me because I'm gonna have to supervise pill taking. And even when I was taking my own medication, I struggled. Well, I didn't struggle to remember because I was making sure, like, I would do the neurodivergent waiting thing, where you wait for like hours just to make sure you don't miss something. And that's why I've always been on point, meeting people, not being late at stuff and whatnot, because I do that. Like, I just sit and wait until it's time to leave to make sure I don't miss the mark. I was doing that when I was on sertraline, which, if you don't know, it's Zoloft in the US. That's a SSRI that I was on. That's what I was doing. I was just like sitting around waiting for the life to, you know. And that would be pretty much what I'd have to do to remember to tell him to take his pills. When I had a diabetic cat, I'm not saying we should do this for humans, but my senior cat loved pill pockets. It's just something where you stuff the medication in a candy. It's a candy wrap, but for cats. You just stuff their pill in a little bit of tasty treat, and you give that to them, and they'll just eat it. And my vet said, like, a lot of pets dislike that, and they see through that, and they don't want to take the meds. And then my cat was very food motivated because he was diabetic, right? And he had a fatty attitude because he was overfed a lot, and he was fed a lot of crap. So anything you could put in his mouth, he would just gobble, you know. So pill pockets really worked well for him, and it just ended up me not having to force his mouth open. Not force, but like the way you do it when you want to give medication to a cat is you have to position yourself behind them, and like you have to hold his face like this, and like put your other hand like on the side of his face, and then drop the pill in their mouth. And it's not violent, but it's like, it's a lot. Like, it's overwhelming for everyone involved. So I'm glad I didn't have to do that. I just like put a little bit of paste around it, like tasty paste, and he just ate that. Pill pockets are a bit of a lifesaver. If you have pets who need to take their medication, look into that for real. There are different flavors too. I think he had like chicken, something like that. He was a big chicken boy. He loved chicken. I miss Belzy, but he was such a sweetie. Oh, so beautiful too. My beautiful kitty boy. He was so sweet. Now I'm gonna take care of Buddy, my grandpa's cat. Buddy is a sweetheart. He's so old. He's like 16 years old. He's on his way. He's old. He's doing still well, funny enough. He's fat as heck because my grandpa doesn't make him exercise like he should. He gives him like he spills the whole thing of treats for him every freaking day. Like, you're not even supposed to give him Whiskas. Like, that's not really good for cats. Like, it's pumped full of sugar. They should eat freeze dried treats or things like that are meat based. So a lot of that ultra processed stuff is full of sugar, and it's not like full of sugar and nutrition blah blah blah. You're a nutrition nut blah blah blah. For cats, it's different because their body doesn't process glucose like ours does. Like, it doesn't process carbs. It makes them sick. And it will affect their liver, it will affect their body, it will affect their insulin levels, and they will get diabetic very quickly, more than humans. A lot of people don't know that, and they pump their cats full of sugar to give them pastries and such. Like, yeah, cats love pastries. Surprise! It's a treat they're not supposed to eat. Of course they like that. You know, cats, they're very food motivated. Of course, they're gonna eat something they're not supposed to. Anyway, please stop giving pastries to your cats. By the way, all cats are lactose intolerant. And if yours is not, like, his stomach sure is upset. He's just not gonna tell you. Cats don't really show signs of weakness. It's kind of a survival instinct thing. But be careful with your babies, people. Please. No, I'm trying to be mean, but a lot of people just assume it's okay to feed their cats some crap. Which, hi, how are you doing, Lydia? You're just waking up. I hope you're doing well today. At least as well as you can. I'm just making some more zombie cats right now. But yeah, all that to say, be careful with your pets. Uh, because they don't have the same body requirements than we do. They can't handle the same things. Like I was saying, cats are mostly lactose intolerant. It's a myth that you have to feed your cat milk. They like it because they're, as babies, they like their mom's milk, but like, it's not good for them. It's really not. Their stomach is not made to handle that. And I see so many people going, nah, I'm gonna feed my cat milk. You're stupid for thinking that, blah, blah, blah. But, like, you're harming your animals, you know? It makes me really sad that people are so resistant to that idea that they're harming their animals when giving them milk. Because, it's natural. Yeah, it's cow milk. Don't give your cat cow milk. If your cat is a baby and needs to be fed, and their mom is not around for some reason, you need to feed them cat formula, you know, not cow milk. That's not good. You're doing good. I'm glad. Oh, you're not doing good. Oh, I'm sorry. I misread that. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Lydia. I know it can be hard. I hope you're taking care of yourself, because that's very important. I'm almost done with this part. Wait, so I have 11 rounds of this. Yeah, okay, I have 11 rounds, so like if I do 6, 5, that should be okay. And then I have, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change colors here to the yellow. Okay, now we need yellow. These are all Crayola, by the way. I'm not lying, it's Crayola yarn. It was a collector thing. It's not sold anywhere anymore. But I can't take it with me, so I'm using it up. Been doing that with a lot of stuff lately. Okay, just let me do that. Yeah. These colors, this green and this yellow, is like classic Crayola. It's all a bit insane. No. Wait. Okay, yes. Okay, I did the right thing for some reason. This is going to be enough. This is going to be easy enough to calculate what round I'm in, because I'm starting with yellow. So now I'm at the point where I just go in around without doing anything. Oh, you miss your husband. I'm so sorry, dear. No, you were not even married for that long because I think your wedding was recently, right? I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish I could, like, give you a hug or something. Hmm. Do you have things that help you, Lydia? Um, to, like, comfort you or make you feel better? I know it's difficult right now, but I don't want you to be lonely. The thing with grief is sometimes you do need to be alone, but also you need to feel like there are still people around you because sometimes you can feel a little bit abandoned. And I know what that feels like because I've had that in the past. Um, but the most important is if you have people around you, you can let them know and rely on them a little bit. Sometimes that can help. And sometimes it's good to just cry and allow yourself to just cry and be in the moment. That can be helpful too. Yeah. I'm not so good at crying for that matter. I'm not exactly very close with my emotions when it comes to grief, but I know that for some people it's really helpful. And you take as much time as you need because yeah, that is tough. You've been crocheting and doing your diamond painting. Well, yeah, crafting can also help a lot for sure. It helps take your mind off a little bit, and it's good for anxiety and it's good for depression as well to be creating and making things. Yeah. This yarn is so ridiculously small, you guys. Oh my gods. Oh my goodness. It is so little. It's so tiny to handle. I'm getting frustrated a little bit. But it's cute. So far, at least. This is just a body. It annoys me because right now I can see the stitches. It's so a bit too thin. I should have used maybe a smaller hook. Maybe a 2.5. A 2.5 would have been ideal for this. I don't know. Well, I'm glad you have friends to help you, Lydia. That's nice. Look at that yellow. It's very very nice, very deep. It's like it's the classic Crayola yellow. It matches. Look. Yeah. It's called canary. I don't know how to pronounce canary. It would just say canary in French. So let me read the color names: firefly red, orange butterfly, canary, shamrock, parakeet blue, and vivid violet. Wow. None of these colors. I bet that's like the name of the crayons, right? That would make sense. Eh. Okay. But I'm glad to hear you have some people that are helping you. Also, feel free to talk here, you know. I may not be the best person to help you because I'm a little emotionally distressed myself right now. But yeah, at least enjoy the crafting journey I'm having. I hope it's entertaining to watch me. I don't know. I don't know if it is, but you know, I'm just right now I'm enjoying the beautiful colors of this. I can't wait to get to the red. We still have these. They're very beautiful. the butterfly orange and the firefly red. The beautiful colors. Nice. I'm thinking if I do 5, 5, then I'll have one more round of red, because the red is gonna cinch down very quickly. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7 rounds. I guess 7 rounds is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you see, it would be about that much, as much as the purple. So I am thinking maybe one more row, just one more round, because I like red. It's my favorite color, you know. And right now I'm thinking I'm gonna be able to make a second one. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be able to. It's discontinued. I don't remember where, but this is just a Crayola. This is just discontinued Crayola yarn. It came in a little box like that. Oh, Lion Brand. It's Lion Brand. Like there's a logo somewhere down here. It's Lion Brand. It was a collaboration they had years ago, but I just bought it as a collector's item to display on a shelf, but now I can't take it with me, so it's getting some use. It's getting some use, which I'm quite happy about. I think it's good. I think it's quite nice. Let me just check something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I am at the right round. But yeah, this is Lion Brand. Weather. Oh, sunny with a temperature of 13 degrees. Yeah, that's a little bit cold. It's cold as well in Montreal right now. I'm not gonna check because I have my hands in use right now. But yeah. Yeah, it was really cold the other day. I was outside and I had my sweater, not my sweater. I don't have a sweater, but I had a hoodie, a big hoodie, and a leather jacket, and I had stacked that, and it was so cold. I'm about to start wearing gloves, truthfully. As I get older, my circulation's not too good anymore. Last Friday, your husband funeral, it was hot. Oh, yeah, 90 degrees. Yeah, that's pretty hot. I hope he had a nice funeral. Like, I know, I'm sorry, funerals are really difficult, but I hope it was a nice service at least to honor his memory and everything. Yeah. Okay. Right now the leaves are shedding quite a lot. I think that by the time I'm out of here, the trees will be pretty bare. I'm leaving on the 26th, so I'm willing to bet pretty much leaves will be fallen by then. That's what I think anyway. You had a good service. Well, I'm glad about that at least. Yeah, I was quite young when my mom passed away, but I do remember it was kind of, well, it was kind of crowded too because the whole family on every side was there, which is like most of these people didn't really even care to be there, but it was weird. And sometimes, you know how sometimes these employees can just be in the way and like press you and things like that. It was a little bit like that. Yeah. And also, I was 12, so what the heck do I know, you know? But I like when they have empathy and they try to understand what family is going through. There's always there's always younger loved ones and people who have been really close who get really affected by all of that, like husbands and wives and such, partners, uh, you know, and like hold a when you host a funeral service, it's important to understand the complexity of grieving, because that looks differently for different types of people. Like, I don't want to unload on you because I know like that's a difficult moment for you, Lydia. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, for me, I was a child, you know, and so I've never liked funeral homes just because of that. From that moment on, it just turned me off to the whole funeral industry. I don't know, but I know it's quite important though. No, I'm not. I'm not moving next week. I'm moving on the 26th. So I still have 11 days to move, and I'm quite behind on everything. But that's okay. That's just what I do. You know, I'm always behind on stuff. Oh, hi. How are you doing? I'm glad to see you. Yeah, I'm making a zombie kitty right now with some yarn, which is it was a collector's edition thing. It's Crayola yarn, so I'm just making a rainbow zombie cat here. That's what I'm doing. Oh yeah, by the way, my aunt told me I had a second trip, so I'll have two trips instead of one, which is good news. Well, what she said exactly was, we'll see. If you really need a second trip, we're gonna do two trips. That's what she said. But also, yeah, I don't want to like be an inconvenience or anything, you know, because she's taking time out of her weekend to help me move. So, and orange now. Oh, it's your last day before your time off. That's awesome to hear. I'm happy to hear that. That's really nice. I'm just like frantically trying to sell all my furniture and such. It's not been, yeah, it's not working out so well for me. Oh yeah, and I'm still short for rent, by the way. I know. It's the 15th, but like with all the crap going on, I've had a little bit of a difficult time gathering what I need. So yeah, I'm still short a few hundreds too. But at least I'm not in trouble anymore. They're um they're removing the eviction thing because I'm moving on my own, you know. So at least I'm not getting evicted and I won't have a file at the rental board. That at least is good news. At least that part is good. So yeah. But yeah, I still owe like 300. She told me take your time, but I still have to pay before the end of the month, obviously, because that's just the way it is. I lived there for the whole month, so you know. And we're at the second to last color, so the fifth color, orange. I'm gonna take a few. I'm gonna take another clip for TikTok. Hold on, the video. There. Okay. What I do is essentially I just have to crochet in front of my phone. It's like on its side. And I just do it like that with my fingers. There's nothing to it really. Like that. With the I'm using the hooks you sent me, by the way. This is the 3mm. I'm using 3mm. And they're doing a super good job. Really working well. And seems very sturdy so far. So I'm glad for that. So yeah. Whoop. Ah, there. And I have another little clip that will be helpful for that. Essentially. No, I didn't sell anything because you know how there's construction up front? Every time people write to me about the furniture, like they want to come during the night and like yeah and all that, and I don't have a parking, and we can't park up front anymore because of the cycling path. So people are like, yeah, no. So I didn't sell anything. Yeah. And as far as the yarn comes, someone did message me. By the way, I still have to pack your yarn. I have the label and everything. I just have to actually put it in the box and put it in the mail. I'll do that this week. But yeah, everything is the label is even printed. I'm sorry. It's in my printer right now. It's like resting on the little tray. I just have to put the not even It's actually right there. I won't show your information, but this is your shipping label. So yeah. But as far as the yarn go, a lady did contact me about some of my yarn cakes. But when I told her the price, she was like, "Yikes! Can I get back to you on that?" And I was like, "Sure thing. Let me know." And of course, as things go, and when someone tells you, "Oh, can I think about it?" that they're trying to be polite. They don't want it, you know. So yeah. No, I didn't manage. But I did start something though. I decided to make donation blankets with some of your yarn. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Little big baby blanket with some of that toy box yarn. This is just a hexa blanket. And I'm also making a granny square with this one here. These are just 3 skeins blankets. I'm gonna make 3 separate ones, so that way I have a selection. Donating 3 small blankets I thought was a good idea. So for newborns and such, like this could be used as a rug. You just put it there and you put the baby on top. I think that's super cute, especially in those colors. That'd be so adorable, in a baby room and something. I just thought, like, that could be a play mat. So yeah, I'm making that with some of the yarn you sent me. Yummy. I'm just drinking water. It's not yummy, but it's good for the hydration. All right, Lydia. Well, thank you for stopping by. Just please take care of yourself. I know that you're going through a lot right now. But yeah, I'm enjoying these yarns a lot. I'm just sad that I can't take them with me. And yeah, the hooks are fantastic. I really love them. Hold on. Oh my goodness, I have to cut my nail. It just decided to catch on the yarn. Okay, I'm just gonna go snip my nail. I'm gonna be quick. Ouch. Okay, I'm back again. Sorry for that. I think it's solved now. I think I filed it enough for it not to catch in the yarn anymore. Alrighty. Ookie dookie. Let's pick this back up. Right. And I'm missing 3 rounds on the orange. After that, we're gonna move on to the final color. I'm really confident that I'll be able to make another kitty. That'll be cute because it's gonna be inverted colors. So, even probably could make a third one. Because I measured it, and if I made a medium size, I would have been able to make 2. So I'm just thinking in terms of, do I want to make some limbs with color in it? But like, I have other yarns. I could make it black too, or do black and then white for the second one. I'm thinking of my options. I've been wanting to do a kitty with some colors and white in it because I saw someone do it and it was so cute. I don't have the same exact yarns she had, so it wouldn't be like copying, but I do want to add some elements of white. I just think it's super cute with rainbow and like very colorful stuff. It looks very zombie-ish. Like, I don't know how to explain that. Okay. There. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, I'll give you my P.O. box when I have it. I still have not set that up. That's gonna be taken care of once I have all my stuff started to move. I appreciate that, dear. But yeah, I thought that doing a few donation blankets was a good option because that way I get to enjoy the yarn, but like people who are in need get to enjoy the product of that, and it's not like I'm profiting off of it either. So, because mind you, I could sell them, but who's gonna buy like tiny baby blankets? And it's not a guarantee that they would get out there before I have the time to move. So, but I'm happy to do this for my community. At least that would be one thing I do for the community before I leave. You know what I mean? Because there is a center that collects clothes and whatnot nearby. It's like a few streets over. It's like a 15-minute walk at best, at worst. Like it's a very quick walk. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I'm just gonna like put them in the box or something, or maybe even put them on a donation group on Facebook. So yeah, but I still get to enjoy the yarn because they're very nice. So that's a fun thing too. Yeah, and I did plan to keep some of the thick and quick, the woolly thick and quick, because I have a pattern for hats. It's a pink sheep design pattern. She does a lot of larger clothing articles and such, And so, hi Moonrose, how are you? My what? Huh? What do you mean? But yeah, I do plan to keep a bit of the woolly stick and quick that Antoinette sent over, because like I said, I have a hat pattern for that. It's made to fit that specific yarn. So I'm gonna make a few hats if I can, and then I'm gonna take that with me. It's much easier to take hats with you than skeins because they're compact, you know. So yeah, that's another thing I'm taking with me. Just gonna try to make as many hats as I can before I go. Which in 11 days I do have the time to do that. It's gonna be very hectic, you know. Woo! Hey, it keeps getting caught. A beautiful little zombie kitty rainbow here, making me happy. Making rainbow things. Hopefully I finish all of my ongoing projects. Yeah, I am because I ended my lease because I was getting kicked out. I had a court date for November 8th, and they were gonna decide if they evict me or not, which given the circumstances, everything was against me, so I would have been kicked out anyway. And so like, yeah, my landlady told me, yeah, you made the right decision, because like it's less crap for both of us, but also you would have a note in your file at the rental board, and people don't want to rent to you when you have that. Like, they'd rather have you with a squeaky clean file, if you know what I mean, you know. Just they don't deal with that crap. So what I did is I'm moving to my grandpa's house, not house, to his apartment. I'm gonna live in one bedroom. He does have a two-bedroom place, but obviously he's occupying the other bedroom. So I have one bedroom to put my stuff in, and that's it. So I'm parting with a lot of stuff. I'm getting rid of a lot of the yarn and the furniture and whatnot. Which I'm having the hardest time getting rid of it, but that's to be expected. Okay, we're at the red now. Finally, it's a very beautiful color. Okay. Some fancy yarns. Oh, you won yarn in an auction. I'm curious to see that though. I'm very flattered, honey. Thank you. There. Now we have this beautiful red. It's getting so freaking dark. I guess it's because it's like sort of rainy. I do see some rain clouds, but it's just a dark day overall. Okay. That. But yeah, with all this moving thing, my mental health has been in shambles. It's important to do a little bit of self-care through that. To take care of your brain up there and to do things that make you feel good. And that for me, a lot of it is crochet. Making things that are so frigging bright that the sun would pale in comparison, like this. That's where I shine. That's my whole brand. I made a TikTok about that yesterday. I was like, oh, showing off all the neon things, the obnoxious neon rainbow stuff that I've made over the years. Let's just like, yeah, appreciate that, you know. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of how I built my brand. So I'm being true to my word at the moment. Yeah, we're gonna make a second rainbow zombie kitty. Yep. We are. Oh no. These are tiny too. Let me see. Sometimes I have like 20 notifications at once. Okay, I don't have any. Hey, I closed it. Damn screen. But yeah, the mental health's doing meh right now. And I'm just hoping I manage to at least pay my rent before I go. Ugh. Because, yeah, I owe a lot. And my landlady did tell me, yeah, it's okay, take your time, but I also don't want her to wait like 2 weeks, you know? Because she's already been waiting 2 weeks. She's been patient enough, you know? So, yeah, that's. I'm just like crossing fingers and toes that everything is taken care of in time, you know? This little kitty will be very cute. So yeah, in addition to that, I do have a test to finish up for someone, which is very well underway. And it's a Christmas pattern. I can't wait to show you all. It's another mosaic design. I've not been applying to tests anymore because I kind of want to just take a break. Okay, let's count the rounds. Just make sure I have enough. Okay, I have the right amount. That's good. Okay, all I have to do now is do the decreases. So that's good. This one is a little bit less complicated than the medium one, just because the count doesn't get as high. It's easier to keep track for my little baby brain here. I can't wait for Tanya to see that. I think she will love these kitties. If you didn't know, this is a pattern by Tanya Corbeil. She is a designer from Quebec, the province of Quebec. I do not know where she's located, unfortunately. But she designed the little zombie cats. What was I saying? Yeah. So yeah, recently she's been in a legal battle with a YouTuber because someone on YouTube, not a very nice person either, reverse engineered her pattern and put it for free on her YouTube channel. And she's like, okay, let me see with my lawyers and such, because she's been getting her design stolen by Temu and all that stuff. All right, go unload, dear. But yeah, she's been in the legal battle with Amazon, Temu, and all the BS sites. that copy her design. But now it's a person who reverse engineered the zombie cat pattern she did and not selling it, but like putting it for free out there. And it's not even good, the thing that this woman did, like the reverse engineered thingy. Like it's all misshapen and everything, but when you know Tanya's design, it's what she did is not, it's very subpar, right? And it's also shitty to do that to an artist. Oh, let me reverse engineer what you did and put it for free out there for people to like not have to spend on a nice, well written pattern. Anyway, regardless, it does affect me a lot because she's from the same province. We're not exactly friends or close, but like you know we're crochet buddies, and we have exchanged on social media and such. And just as a person and as a designer, she is fantastic, and she puts out fantastic work. So yeah, if you want to see it, it's just a zombie cat crochet pattern on Etsy. She has 3 sizes: a medium, a small, and a big. And it looks a little bit like this. It has a bobble head. Right now I'm making the small size. So I think she'll be happy to see my little rainbow babies. I've made a ton of those, but like I keep saying it, like go and buy her pattern. It is absolutely genius, and it sells so freaking well because it's a very showy piece. And you have a little zombie kitty like that. It's very cute. People are gonna be amazed and ask you where the heck you got that. I've sold a lot of them too. So it's a staple on my shop, but I would always tell you, um, go and if you can make it yourself and you want to buy her pattern, like I would encourage you to do that because yeah, it's a solid one. I've had people ask me to reverse engineer her pattern and I was like, nope. Learn to sew. Learn to sew the parts. I'm not going to make a seamless pattern for you from someone else. That's just not in my values. That's not okay. And I'm like, I learned to sew. I wasn't comfortable sewing, but I learned to do it. And yes, it's hard, and it's hard for disabled people. I'm disabled. I struggle with it. But like it's not a reason to steal someone's ideas. Know what I mean? I know that people just wanted an easier way, but like no, this is a paid pattern. Not gonna do that. It's gonna put limits somewhere sometimes. Because you don't know. These people work really hard for this kind of work. It's not just for fun. It's their livelihood, and she has a life. I think she has kids. I'm not sure. But like she has bills, and she has things to take care of. This is her job. This is her work. It's not to be messed with. It's her intellectual property. I resent people who do that stuff, like steal patterns and such a lot, because I've had patterns stolen from me, not necessarily crochet. Although a few were kind of copied slash taken heavy inspiration from. But some people have straight up copied some of my friendship bracelet patterns that are my original intellectual property and distributed it as their own without giving me credit. And I don't freaking care. Like friendship bracelet patterns are widely known to be a free resource for everyone. Like some people make you pay for it, but like it's very badly seen in the community to be doing that for some reason. But like I understand it more now that I do crochet and such, but also in that community, it's mostly younger folks who do bracelets for fun or just like for a few more dollars, like a little bit of extra pocket money, you know what I mean? It's a little bit difficult to explain, I'm so sorry. But what I'm trying to say is I've had some of those copied and people being like, look how good I am. And I'm just like, yep, that's my pattern, you dummy. So I know it freaking sucks when someone's just like, look at what I created, it's so beautiful. Yeah, it is beautiful. It's because you didn't make it. Half these people don't have the talent they claim to have, and they're really sad, so they steal someone else's. They cannot bother to learn to create. That's yeah. Anyway, enough about that. It upsets me. It upsets me deeply. It really does. Art is very important to Winter. So yeah. Yeah. I'm almost done. I'm just gonna stuff now so that we can have a little bit more consistency and be able to put the stuffing through the hole in there. Just have 2 rounds left to do. Yeah. That stuff. It's gonna be so cute. Hold on. When you see this. Oh. It needs a little bit more body in the body as well. No, it's okay. This one's gonna be a little bit flimsier, which is normal because it's small and it's made with smaller yarn. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the beginning of the pattern, and we're gonna do it in reverse order. So from red to purple. Look at that, you guys. Oh my goodness. I'd have done less red on the top, but I like red, so why not? Alrighty. Right now, I just have to close up this one. I still have 1 round, and after that, I got the full decrease round. Hey. One. Decrease. 1. Yeah. Okay. Now, all we will need to do is all the other, the last round of decreases to close that up before actual closing up the whole up. Sorry, I'm explaining it like crap, but okay. I just when you're at this stage, you wanna put more of the stuffing in, like any amigurumi you do or any plushie you do at all. There's a stage where you go in and poof, make it a bit more solid, consistent. Consistency is key, as with anything else. Okay, let's close that up. 1, 2, 3, and almost 4, and 5, and 6. Now you'll count. Yeah, okay, I got it. Yay, we did it. Okay. Now just need to fasten off, essentially. I don't know why I'm narrating half that stuff. But okay, I think I'm gonna need a small needle though. This is very small yarn. But yeah, the other one is gonna be the opposite of this. Okay. We got it done, people. Okay. Okay, so now reverse that. Start with red, and then orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Then I have enough in all these little thingies to do that. That's reassuring. So I kind of want to take a break, though. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Well, old bones, young old bones. Hi again. I am here. Oh, oh, that's right. I do need to take a clip. Does need to blend to not blend in. Perfect. All right, Moonrose. Yeah, okay. And now we're gonna do the reverse process, although do I want to actually make the limbs first? I don't know. I just have 4 of these right now, just like lying around. Whatever. It's okay. I think I will just make the other one. Okay, so the 7. But first, sorry, my calculator in my brain is a little bit broken. So the first 7 rounds need to be read. I'm gonna make the exact same amount to make sure the amount of yarn stays consistent. Also, just because I find it really satisfying to do inverted colors. I've always been like that as a kid. Like, I would make 2 versions of everything or more. Like, sign me up for a whole rainbow of cats. Like, I've done it in neon, as you know, probably. Ooh, ooh. One, 8. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, I have some annoying neighbors right now. One. There. Um. Yeah, my brain is starting to blank a little bit. So I might not be on for much longer. Like, I'm running in and out of focus. I guess I could talk to you about the challenges of moving as an autistic person. I mean, if it's an interesting topic. I know you people are not necessarily autistic, so you might not have a first hand experience of that. The first thing is with autism, often comes very big um, deal around forming habits and rituals and um, like routines and such. And obviously, when you move to a new space and you have to confront the change firsthand, that can be kind of a big challenge. And for me, I always start the day the same way. Okay, I always check my socials and see if I have things to answer for the day before, messages about selling things and whatnot. Um, and then after that, I head and do the. Well, I usually spend a few hours in bed doing the social media stuff and like scrolling and whatnot. After that, I head into the care things like the bathroom stuff and whatnot. Put deodorant, brush my hair, and blah blah blah. You know the drill. Anyway, I do this. Then after that, I go to crochet, and sometimes I do more social media stuff. Like I will take reels, but like that order will be in shambles because I'm gonna have to have breakfast first because I'm living at a family member's house. I'm gonna have to be on top of meals and such because like I don't want to worry them. Like I don't want to worry my grandpa. Like he doesn't have to be worried about anything. He's sick right now. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to be careful that I don't put my schedule too out of whack with his. You know, because I eat at very random hours of the day. I eat anything I friggin' can whenever I able to because there are large amounts. You know, I have ARFID and there are large amounts of time where I just cannot ingest things. My body and my mind is not prepared for it. But when I eat, I often binge. Sorry, this is very ED centered, so I do apologize for that. Um, consider this your content notice. But sometimes, when I eat a lot, I often binge. I don't purge though, but I often binge. I will get my hands on as many things as I can, and then I don't eat. I don't eat for the next like 5 hours or so. You know, my eating schedule is out of whack, and that would worry most regular people, right? So I do. We'll have to take to be careful about this. And mind you, this is the experience of one neurodivergent person, but in my experience, we always have kind of funky schedules about food and such. And obviously, living with a different person, it's a whole thing with different bathroom schedules and whatnot. So it's going to be very different living there, for sure. It's going to be weird at first. Then I have to get used to it. That often comes with burnout and depression and things like that. The one thing you do have to remind yourself of is be kind to yourself because you will fail a lot, and it will feel miserable. And well, it's not a choice that I have. I have to live with my grandpa now at that point because money wise and such, like it does. I couldn't not. But yeah, it's a big process and it's causing me a lot of anxiety to think about it. Also, mind you, there's this other thing. Like I think I've talked about it. I don't want to go too much into that, but my family put it in their head that I was gonna date my grandpa's girlfriend's grandson. Cause okay, listen to this. His girlfriend, kind of just a lady he goes down to talk to and kisses on the lips. Like they don't do anything else, right? They don't sleep together. They don't do anything. They just kiss on the lips, right? He goes to see her. They talk, and they give a kiss goodbye and blah blah blah. My whole family, mind you, on the side of my mom, because my dad's family doesn't know shit about this. They're not around. They live in a different area and such. They have it in their head that because my grandpa's dating the lady downstairs, that I'm gonna date her grandson who lives with her, and that is gonna be the perfect match and whatnot. And mind you, they told him this, all right? They showed him photos and everything, and he was like, "Oh, a beautiful gothic girl." Well, don't even start with the girl thing. I'm not even a girl, but whatever, you know. In his head, I'm a girl because I was presented to him as a girl. Like, that's not his fault, right? But, like, I'm kind of yucked by the fact that I have to be a girl to that guy. It's just like, no, please don't. I'm not the lady, my dear friend. Like, I apologize, but I cannot be the woman you want me to be just because I'm not, in fact, a woman, you know? And so, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit interesting to try to explain that to that guy. Because he's got it in his mind. Like, I don't know if he even found me interesting, but based on the way he looked at me, I'm gonna say yes. Mind you, maybe I'm full of myself or whatever, but I was under the impression that I was pleasing to look at based on the ooh, pretty gothic girl, huh? That he lunged at me when I arrived. So I'm only basing it on that. Oh, you used to work with autistic kids. That's cool. Yeah, well, I was an autistic kid, but I wasn't diagnosed, so I wasn't diagnosed as a kid. Yeah, the only form of diagnosis I have now as an adult is my therapist, who's not accredited in here, like in Canada, said to me, I'm almost convinced you're autistic, but I'm not allowed to diagnose you formally. So, like, you're gonna have to get an assessment in your area. But, like, she knew me more than these people ever did, you know? So, that's the whole that I have for now. Maybe one day I'll get a formal paper that says Winter is autistic. But yeah. That shit is tricky. That's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, I don't wanna date that guy, let alone anyone else. Let alone a man. I would like to have a girlfriend, to be honest. Last person I dated was a girl, but didn't work out too well. Have to at least have a shot at a real relationship with a woman. That'd be nice. Or any non binary person at all. Just someone who's not, cisgender. Just so I have someone who understands the struggle. It's nothing against them, but it's difficult to date a straight cisgender person because they don't know what you're dealing with, and they don't know what the big deal about seeing you as a girl. They don't understand that it actually harms you because they're like, I'm being nice to you, I'm treating you well. Yeah, but you see me as something I'm not, you know? And it's distressing, but people don't necessarily understand that if they don't have the lived in experience. So I mean, that's kind of why I want to date a trans person, non-binary person, or at least a woman, just so it wouldn't be a straight relationship. I've wanted to experiment more with queer relationships, and that's something that's important to me. My family is all like, oh, you're just assuming his gender identity. Yeah, he introduced himself as a guy, so it's safe to say that he's a guy because he told me, unless he didn't want his family to know or whatever. But like when someone tells me, hey, I'm a guy, I'm gonna trust that, until I have further information, I guess. But yeah, I've been in relationship with men, and it's been largely disappointing in that way. Like the first thing you're told is, oh, you don't shave your legs, but you're gonna shave for me, right? You don't mind shaving for me, right? Because I like my women to have shaved legs, right? You're gonna shave your cat, right? Like, you get told stuff like that, and I just do not have the energy to put up with that. I don't want to shave my legs, first of all. I get super bad ingrown hair. I'm sorry, I know that's gross, but I get bad ingrown hair. And there are other things that I don't want to shave because I don't feel good about it. Like, I don't like shaving my armpits, for example, because it makes me feel like I'm catering to heteronormativity, which I'm not comfortable with. Okay. So yeah, that's the whole thing. It was a little bit intense, like having all my family, you're gonna date that guy, you're gonna date that guy, it's gonna be the perfect love, blah blah blah. And yeah, that's the words they were actually using. Like they were like, you're destined to be together, the grandpa and the grandma together and the grandkids together. And I was like, first of all, they were like the grandson and the granddaughter, which I'm not a granddaughter, I'm a grandchild, but I'm not a granddaughter. Anyway, this is like another thing. They're trying to force like womanhood on me. It felt not nice at all. Like, I know people get pronouns wrong all the time, and I know they don't do it maliciously. It's just that it's not really ingrained in them and whatnot. And so I understand. I have a lot of supportive folks in my life who just forget once in a while, but I also have people who do crap, like trying to match me up with a straight person and try to pass it off as, but maybe he's not a guy, like arguing with me about it, you know? It's a little bit malicious, that's all I'm gonna say, and it didn't feel nice. It felt forced. I don't like being set up because people try to set you up with people based on very basic characteristics that are very surface level. They're like, oh, that guy likes metal and this one is goth. Let's put them together. But first of all, goths don't listen to metal. Like, as a goth, you can listen to metal, but metal music is not goth. It's a whole different subgenre. Well, it's a whole different genre at all. But like, you know, The Cure, Depeche Mode, Susie and the Banshees, Sisters of Mercy, Joy Division. That's what goths listen to. I don't have anything against metal personally, but it's not my taste. I don't enjoy it, you know? And, oh, that guy has tattoos. Oh, this one has tattoos. So we're gonna match them together. Yeah, now. Oh, this one's grandpa is dating this one's grandma. We're gonna match them together. Now! Those are superficial characteristics. I want to be matched, which I need to do myself to be able to gauge, but like, I want to be matched on things like intellect, like actual compatibility, mutual respect, trust, someone I feel comfortable being myself about, someone I feel comfortable being autistic around, and that's very important because most people are gonna have to mask as heck. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I can't just stem and be all super intense and whatnot, because most people think that's weird, and they're like, is that a kid? Or is that just a very annoying person, a dysregulated person? Oh, that's scary. Like, people are gonna be like that. Oh, that's scary. And I know this doesn't sound like it, but some people really are like that with you. I'm sorry, I know it sounds intense, but it's true. Some people really respond that way. And so I have to be with someone who is going to be like, oh, yeah, chill, you're stimming in public, I don't care. Oh, okay, right now you're dysregulated and you need to isolate before you get a meltdown. Okay. Oh, yeah, you can't do anything today because your whole nervous system is overloaded. So we're going to just chill at home. Oh, okay, I'm not going to touch you because right now you have sensory overload. Okay, we're gonna stop right in the middle of activities just because right now you feel like your skin is crawling just being touched. And those are things I experience as a neurodivergent human, and I need someone that I'm gonna be safe doing that with. Do you know what I mean? Does it make sense? Anyway, that's how I feel, but I don't think my family understands. It's not that I wanted to be mean, but I can't be with that guy. I don't know if he's gonna be safe. I don't have any guarantee of that. And judging from what I know so far, I'm gonna have to say no. Okay, there's something annoying about this color transition here. Okay, it's 9. Okay, I still need 1 round. Okay, I'm good. How was it working with autistic kids, Antoinette, if you're still here? I'm just wondering. I'm just curious. because obviously there are different support levels. I'm just gonna go brush my hair real quick. I have a knot and it hurts. See, that's another thing. I have to feel safe with the person saying I have to go randomly brush my hair because I have a knot that feels like painful in my head, and most people are gonna go, "You're crazy." But I need someone who's not gonna judge that, my food issues and all that. Anyway, that was a little glimpse of the autistic life. And so, it's just hard. I'm just trying to convey that in a way that is as effective as possible. I just wish more people were in on that stuff, that whole support needs and whatnot, that we stigmatize it, that we destigmatized it, because like it's seen as being picky to not eat adult foods and blah blah blah. Like, give me anything else than chicken nuggets and I'm gonna feel a certain way about it because it has textures and smells. And some of it I like and I can handle, but chicken nuggets are very even. They're always the same unless you spice them up. You can spice them up to your taste. But foods that are smelly and textury and everything, that's hard to handle for a lot of autistic folks. Me included. My safe food is poutine, and my second safe food is chicken nuggets. Like, fries. I even started to like the thick cut, like the Russell cut thingy. You know what I mean? The one with the peels. I even started to like those, and that was a big step for me because it was always a no-no. Like, potato peels really gross me out for some reason. And when I have to eat that, it's like, don't even. But now my taste changed slightly. Now I'm okay with peels. But I love them now. It's one of my favorites. It's just fun how your taste change as an adult, but like instead of discovering new foods, for me is I'm able to eat a different kind of potatoes. Wow, congrats. But and that seems so small and little and insignificant to most folks, but for an autistic person it's kind of a huge deal to say I like a different kind of fries now with peel on it. I don't mind peel on my fries, and then I even like it. That's a huge step. That I need someone who's gonna understand that and celebrate that instead of belittle me about it like some exes were doing. And I don't know that guy is gonna respect that, and like I don't know if I want to date him. It's just, it was overwhelming to have my whole family go, this is the love of your life. You're destined to be together because you live one, like, level away from each other and your grandparents are dating. Anyway, that was, Don't worry, I'm gonna read your message. I just want to make sure that my transition to yellow is good. All right. Since your husband passed away, people try and tell you need to date. That's so annoying. Yeah, you don't need to date if you don't want to. Yeah, you're still married as far as you're concerned. And you know what? Like, that's your life, and nobody gets to tell you what to do. Like, leave us alone. Leave us to not date. It's fun to date yourself once in a while. It feels good. You know, I think so anyway. So yeah. I'm just about all that crap. I just wish it was easier on us folks. Yeah, I know who I need. You know, Buddy, my grandpa's cat, will be a lot of comfort for me. So I love kitties. Like, and it sucks a little bit because I want to hang out with Louise. She's the guy's grandma that I was telling you about. Because like it's people I've not seen in a long time, but like every time I'm gonna hang out with her, like I don't know, talk and crochet or whatever at her place downstairs, I'm always gonna worry that her grandson's gonna be lurking and wanting to talk to me. And it's not because I don't want to talk to him. Like he seems perfectly nice, but like I feel like my family has told him things that don't necessarily align with my wants, you know? And it's not his fault, mind you. They were just a little bit overzealous with it. But I don't want to be set up. I'm not interested in any of that at all. I tried to tell them that I'm not interested in that, but they completely disregarded my wishes. Anyway, that's family sucks sometimes. They're great people, but that part I do not fudge with, if you know what I mean. Like it scares me. I don't wanna yeah. When it feels forced and pushed, I tend to push back. If he's a nice guy, I'll talk to him, but yeah. I don't need to date. Just like you don't need to date if you don't wanna. You know, if you're happy on your own and you still feel married, that's your business and that's nobody else's, you know. Like people date when they're ready, when they want to, and when they feel like it actually adds something to their life. But a life is complete without a date. We're people on our own, you know? And my whole family's matched up. Like they're all set up. They're all married or they're all with someone, you know? And so I'm just like, well, that's good for you, but a relationship is not something I want. Anyway, that's the whole yeah. So that's another thing. I tried to explain to them the RFID thing. I feel like they got it. At least they didn't push back too much. They let me just have my plain spaghetti, so that was good. I would have like been yeah about eating things that don't work for me, but it was okay. They left me alone. They basically went, "You're sure you really don't want sauce?" And they bugged me a little bit about it, but mostly it was okay. They just bothered me about it a little bit. Let me just do this round. Oh, okay. That's what happens when you crochet on stream. You just mess everything up. Okay, I think I got it now. When? Yeah, and I'm even left with enough to make more stuff. What will I do with the rest? I don't want to make a third kitty. Yeah, I believe in you do you, I do me. Exactly, me too. Yeah, I just wish, like, I know that they're trying to do that to, like, be uh cohesive and like, oh, these two people are single, blah blah blah, that'd be cute, blah blah blah. But like, yeah, I believe in minding your fudging business. And yeah, I wouldn't set people up unless they asked me to, and even if they did, like, I would that don't feel like I'd be good at being a matchmaker, you know. It's always grossed me out because every time in my life that I've been um set up with someone, I've ended up disrespecting my boundaries, or well, the person has ended up disrespecting my boundaries, and the people involved were like really pushing hard to like, nobody else is ever gonna want you. Oh, well, I was an insecure teenager at the time, but like, people were telling me nobody else is ever gonna want you. You really should date that person because they like you and nobody else likes you. You're very lucky that someone so great is into you. You know, not good friends, huh? People who say that stuff. But they did. That's the kind of crap they were saying to me. It's not very um uplifting to have friends like that. Just say. That's the kind of people I was hanging out with in college, which I understand now. I don't freaking hang out with them anymore, but just saying. Just like, if someone's trying to set you up and telling you that it's a bargain and you should take it because nobody else is ever gonna want you, run the opposite way. Never come back again. They're not your friends. They're just trying to pawn somebody off on you. This is, they're trying to pawn you off on someone, or if they're trying to pawn someone off on you, like, that's a sign that they don't really care about your well-being. Like, they're just trying to um tie loose ends and use up scraps. Like, they're trying to put people together for their own benefit, and that happened to me sometimes because one of my friends was a little jealous b word, and she was mad that her boyfriend was spending time with a friend, a single friend, and he was like, I'm gonna set them up so that he doesn't have time for him anymore and he doesn't hang out with my boyfriend. So like, it's like, she was telling me, date that guy, date that guy, date that guy. Okay, but why are you so insisting? Oh, well, you know, my boyfriend and I want to spend more time together, and he's always in the way, he's third wheeling, blah blah. Nah, she was just jelly because he had friends. That's what it was. Anyway, regardless, enough bitching for today. Although, stitch and bitch is a fun thing to do. So yeah, just like, if a friend is pushy about you dating someone that they chose for you, run the opposite way. That's not a friend behavior. A friend who really loves you understands that you're the best person to pick someone out for you. They're not. So now I trust myself to set myself up. And you know who I set myself up with? Either myself or yarn. Because a yarn date is the best thing ever. I'm just gonna sit down and crochet for the next 12 hours. You know, that's gonna be my date. My ideal version of love. Isn't crochet, like, or knitting, like, the best thing you can do to date yourself? I always feel so good and relaxed. Well, a lot of the time anyway. Maybe when I'm not already stressing out, you know? But it always makes you feel better. I think I only have. No, I still have a few repeats. There are kids right now outside and they're screaming bloody murder. They're okay, they're just playing, but sometimes it's a bit unsettling. Like, are they okay? You know what I mean? Like, you hear kids play and they're like, "Rah!" And you're like, do I need to call someone? Yeah. My hearing is a little bit sensitive too. That's why I perceive their screams as bloody murder, but like, they're more like pretending to be, you know. That's just kids play rough sometimes. Did I do the right amount? It's getting really hot in here. Which one do you think will look better? I think so far I really like this one. So one will be black and the other one will be white for like the limbs and the eyes and whatnot. I don't know if I'm gonna add color stripes in there. Maybe I will with like leftovers. One and two. And now we're switching to green already. Oh, you're voting after work. Provincial elections. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's your first time voting in Canada. That's awesome. I've I've been able to do that a few times. Now, well, I'm in my 30s, but I've always lived in Canada, so I don't really have anything to compare it with. But that's really cool. I'm happy for you. Voting is such a wonderful thing you can do for the community and the whole for people and for yourself as well. Yeah, I hope so too, because I want to continue streaming. And I want to do it more often too, because my grandpa's not going to bitch about me working. He's going to be happy that I'm actively getting stuff done. Because my roommate was being a little bit of an ass about me streaming. So hopefully I'm able to upgrade it. I'll have a talk. Yeah, I'll thank you. I appreciate that. It helps you pass the day. I'm so glad. Because it helps me pass the day to to be on here and talk to you guys. And exchange stories and complain about stuff. Mostly that's what I do. I complain, but I love hanging out with everybody. Now I'll have 5 cats to finish. Because I think I could do a tail. One with the black and the black tip and the red body, and the other one with the purple and white, or the opposite. I'm thinking red black and purple white. I think that's the best combo. Yeah. Like this one will have a purple tail, the other one a red, because I kind of want to mix and match, you know? This Crayola stuff is really cool. I'm impressed for the quality. It's very good quality for just a little kitty kit. You know what I mean? Now I've used up a lot of that stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do, but hopefully I will. Ouch. Hi again. How are you doing? What are you up to? Are you working on anything fun? Okay, that I have seen. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're all updated on the things. Oh, my mosaic blanket? Which one? I did a few. I did finish one recently though. Hold on. That one that I did for a test. It was it was great, but oh my goodness, the amount of work. Look at that. It's very cute. It's got the spiders and the spider webs. It's all neon green and purple, dark purple. Yeah, that was my last one that I did anyway. I don't know if maybe you're talking about the previous project because I've done a lot of mosaic blankets. You'll be 64 in April. Happy birthday way in advance. Where were you living before Canada, Antoinette? I don't think you told me. Because you said that's your first time voting here. Because I know it's a process, like getting citizenship and all that stuff. It can take a while too. Doing on fiddlesticks. Ah, you're unloading ferry. All right. And I'm also very close to finishing this kitty. Just doing the head right now. Okay, I think it's getting really too hot. I don't know though. Maybe I'll just put my feet halfway out of the slippers because when I remove them completely, it's like super mega cold. Oh, I want to test if my command still works. Let's test the sing command. I think I disabled it, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Seems it doesn't work anymore. Yeah, I think I took it off. I turned it off. Oh, yeah, it doesn't work. We're gonna try it again. It's supposed to sing Skinny Puppy lyrics. I programmed it all. Yeah, it's not up right now. Maybe it's like the application for the text. Sometimes it needs maintenance. You know what I mean? Okay. What kind of crochet do you like to do, Moonrose? Or anything else? I don't even know what you do. I think you told me, but my brain is um a forgetful one. So do excuse me for that if I've already asked you a question in the past and you've already told me. But yeah, I got a second trip for my move. My aunt said if you really need to, we'll do a second trip. Hopefully it won't be 3. I'm gonna try to shave off as much stuff as I can. But yeah, let me know which one you think so far looks better. Really leaning on this one. I think I just like the balance of the colors, like the flow better so far. Maybe I didn't stuff the bottom enough on this one, and that's why. I don't know, it looks a little bit smaller. Maybe my tension was off. I don't know. Who knows? I did follow the pattern though, so it should be right. But so far, I think maybe the color balance is a little bit better. I'm doing the same amount of rounds on either side, but I think it's just the shape overall. I don't know. Maybe it's just, yeah. We're gonna have to see what it looks like once it's complete. So, we're talking to you about the challenges of the autistic mind in a move. And, I've lived here for 5 years, and this is something most people will experience, such as autistic people, but I feel a certain attachment, and also because I do energy work and all that stuff, right? Because I'm a witch and I do that sort of thing, but like I connected a lot to the plants, the trees, and things. So far, that to the point that when the trees in the park got cut, like I got major sadness from that. Like I grieved those trees. 'Cause I was going to sit in front of them every day. Also, I knew they were gonna be cut because they were marked. Like they had the little thingy, the little um neon banner around them. So that's what they do to mark a tree. They're gonna cut. I know that because I have family that work in forest stuff. Uh, so yeah. But I sat with them regardless every day, and I learned to know them. And yes, you can learn to know a tree, you can learn to feel its energy, and you can build a relationship with it. And so a large part of like feeling this land and feeling this area and the buildings, all the energies of the people, the animals that live there, it's going to be a big grieving process for me, and a lot of, yeah, when I left Saint Jean, the last city I was in, it didn't even occur to me to say goodbye to the land and to actually feel all that stuff, because I was very dissociated and I was like all caught up in university and all the bullshit. So I don't know, this time I think I'm more aware of the leave. Maybe I'll do the same thing I always do. Maybe I won't process these emotions, but a part of me kind of thinks, it's gonna be hard. But, when you move to a different place, you discover new things and your new normal. Although I already know that area because I've been to my grandpa's a lot. I've spent weeks there in my childhood, you know. Also, his cat. I need allergy meds. If you want to sponsor my allergy meds, I'm poor right now. I can't afford them. So if you do want to help me out, feel no pressure too, but I will put it there. My Kofi. Also, if you want to help for rent, because I still owe $300 that I have to pay off before the end of the month. If you want to help out with that, that'd be great. And a big thank you. Mind you, it's not obligatory, but if you do it out of the goodness of your heart, I want to send you a lot of love and tell you a big thank you. It will avoid me going to court. So that would be nice. Yeah. Sorry, my throat ugh, is getting caught. Yeah. I need water. That's what I need. But yeah, I was kind of. What was I saying? I was talking about moving to different area. But yeah, I've known this place. But yeah, my grandpa's kitty is a very tranquil, calm, chill cat. Well, he's 16 years old, so of course he is. But I don't know how he will react to me crocheting next to him. I don't know if he's playful in that way. There's some cats, they really, really chase the stuff. You'll at least do the paw, you know? You like this one best? Yeah, it's really cute too. I guess it will also look different once there's the eyes and the ears and all of that too. But yeah, I can't wait to see how it's gonna be living there. Cause I've spent a lot of my childhood there, but a lot of memories too. Yeah, yeah. Okay, now I need to change color to blue. I like the blue. This is parakeet blue. Parakeet. Okay, come on. I think I could have done one less round at the top, one or two. It still would have looked good. Maybe a wider bottom. I'm sorry, I'm so immature. A wider bottom. Winter. What are you saying? A wider bottom. So 5 blue, and then the rest will all be purple. Thinking maybe a stripe of red inside the ear, or maybe another color since I wanted to do the tail in full colors. So maybe a stripe of blue or a stripe of orange. That'd be nice. We're gonna see once we're there because I still have a little bit of these, you know? Yeah. These kitties are the cutest. If you want to pre order them, like, send me an Instagram DM or an email. All my stuff is listed in the description below. If you're on mobile, it's there as well, I think. Yeah, there's like a little arrow or see more thing you can click. You see that? Oh, oh, okay. That's great. That's okay. Thank you for stopping by, Moonrose. I appreciate it. All right, have a good day, dear. Thanks for stopping by again. I think I get the messages way later than they're sent. I don't know, but I think like YouTube is being late, and not just a few seconds, but like entire 10 plus minutes sometimes. Do you experience that when you stream? Anyone? Yeah. Let me know, cause oh, hi Lydia. You're on your laptop. Your phone is plugged in. Yeah, my phone is my phone doesn't need to be plugged yet. It's at like 86%, I believe. Yeah. I just checked. Why did I say I believe? It is at 86. It's that. My goodness. Anyway, I've been dealing with some crap lately, you guys. My heart is in shambles. Was hanging out with a community that I thought I had a good time with and everything, but like that's falling apart, and I'm starting to notice I'm not as welcome as I thought I was. And that's hurting. You just kind of feel it at some point where when people are not excited to have you around, and you can just see that in their behavior, and a lot of it is childhood trauma. Like, funny enough, sorry for unloading on you again, but yeah, funny enough, if you want to take that as like, don't take that as professional advice. I am not a professional in mental health, but I do have some knowledge. So take that as maybe light um, advice about life in general, but um, just a little bit of knowledge for you. When you've had a lot of childhood trauma, it trains you to be hypersensitive to the way people react to you. And so sometimes you're going to see things you don't necessarily want to know. Like, you're going to catch it when someone is disgusted by you, hates you, dislikes you, or just in general is turned off by you, or things like that. Like, you're gonna sense the subtle changes in their behavior. You're gonna see all the things that like is directed at this and this and that person, and you're just gonna, in general, you're gonna have a good feel about how people feel about you, and it's gonna be rare that you're wrong. If you learn to listen to your instinct, I'm not talking about the insecurity part, right? I'm just talking about the one you notice when you see people and you look at their face and you see the hints and whatnot. Don't lean into the insecurities. Always try to see it objectively and things like that. But when you see a person like talking to everyone else, and then boom, are basically you're basically invisible. Like, they're nice to everyone, and then boom, they're mean to you. Like, that's usually a clear dead giveaway that you're not welcome in the space, right? So yeah, I'm starting to see that happening, and some pity shit as well. So like, at that point I want to be off, but like I'm sad because I thought, I've spent a month watching that stuff and talking to the people there, and so it hurts me because I was attached to those people in a way. Like, they're just internet peeps, I don't know them. But I mean, you guys have talked to for like a year or two. I know some of you quite well. Like, I have close friends on here. Like, Ian is someone who I would consider a very good friend of mine. And I met him on YouTube. We've never met in person, but we're friends on all social medias and we talk all the time. And he's just one of the greatest people in my life, to be honest with you. Right now, I know he's struggling and he's not going to be there for a moment, but like, I miss my friend. I hope he's doing well. Ian is very great. I just want to say that real quick. But those guys over on TikTok that I'm talking about, I've only been there for a month. I'm a newbie, if anything, and so like I'm kind of uh, immersing myself into a space that I don't really belong in, and that's the feeling I'm having right now, and it's tough to deal with. And I'm kind of contemplating just stopping to bother them, really, because I don't feel welcomed in that space anymore. But Also, I'm kind of like, because some people seem to be warmed up to me, and some of them are just like, uh, it's hard to explain without naming anyone. But I don't want to make this about a bitching session, because the people there don't deserve that. Like, it's not their fault that I feel this way and I notice when I'm not welcome in a space, you know? Like, they haven't done anything wrong, but it's just I know. It's just that I know. It's nothing against them, but I'm good at picking up on that stuff, you know? I've always been good at knowing I'm unwelcome, because when you're autistic, you tend to miss that and to assume you're welcome in spaces, but like at some point, people train you to feel it, physically feel it, and like you'll feel it like it's something bothering you and not quite being able to tell where and why, until you kind of realize, oh, okay, I feel awkward here because people don't want me to be here, you know? It's not just my insecurities, because a lot of them I've actually worked through. You know what I mean? It's just like people here are half warmed up to me. They're like awkward around my presence, so maybe it'd be good if I just off for a bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just, yeah, that sucks, because it's a community that was bringing me joy, and I needed that with all the trauma of moving and uh, the eviction notice and everything. Like, I didn't end up being evicted. I signed to end the lease, but you know, guys, you know, it's a lot. You're working on the fisherman's sweater. Cool. Yeah, you told me about it. Oh no, you had the frog so much. A lot of cables. I like cables. Oh, thank you, dear. You're always welcome here as well. You know that. I love you folks on YouTube. You're all so great with me. I'm a little bit eccentric and intense, but I've always felt welcome here. Although sometimes I do feel a bit less. I don't know. Sometimes I have moments where I feel like crap. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. That means so much to me. I'm not as much on YouTube as I used to be. I used to lurk a lot. Like, I used to watch you people's live streams. I often go on Antoinette's streams, and I just lurk. That's what I do. Sometimes I'll say hello, but a lot of the time I lurk. But yeah, I've not been on YouTube as much. I've been on TikTok a lot lately, and I've been posting on TikTok a lot more. You'll see I have actual videos now on TikTok that I didn't have that for almost the totality of the time I've had the app. I I created an account like a few months ago. I know it's been there for years, but I'm like that with social media. Takes me a while to climb on, if I can say it that way, you know? I like TikTok, it's decent, but I feel like right now it's causing me a lot of heartache, and not even because of the app itself, it's just the situation I was just telling you about. Because there's this one person who very, very, very clearly dislikes me and has not been discreet about that. Like, they've sent me the biggest FU possible. I don't even think they know that I realized it, but I did. I'm no fool, you know. And it's just, you want to act like you don't care and be like, well, whatever, I have friends, people who care about me, blah, blah, blah. But it still hurts to have people do that, you know? I know that I'm talking about such petty stuff, but whatever. Like I said, it's not nothing against those people. They had their space, and like I come in as an intruder, and so I get like that's hard for some people. Like, they don't necessarily want a certain disruptive folks to come and take space, but like it's just the way it happens sometimes. If you think back on high school, it's a lot of people intruding everybody's space and people lashing out and reacting to that. Like when you see a person just going around and bad mouthing and whatnot, more often than not, it's a way to reject someone. It's quite brutal, but like people do that in high school because they want to protect their little homogeneous spaces of people, like their little group of like-minded folks, and sometimes they do that in a mean way, but it just continues. Everyone does it, even if they don't necessarily do it in a mean way. Everyone lets you know that they don't want you. It's just like in their space. It's just that sometimes you do have to open your eyes and see, because not everyone's gonna tell you up front, I don't want you here, leave. Like they're gonna leave small hints for you. They're gonna be like, oh, that's nice, okay. You know, you know the vibe, I think. So yeah. And I hate that because I'm autistic, okay? When I don't like someone, I'm just like, I don't I don't fuck with you. I'm not I don't like what you just did there. I'm quite honest about those things, you know. So most of the time anyway, not when I feel threatened and unsafe, obviously. Yeah, I'm smart enough. I don't want someone to beat me up or whatever, but you know what I mean. I just wish people in general would. I'm not saying that all autistic people are honest. A lot of us are dishonest and lie. I even lie sometimes, you know. I'm not like trying to glorify autism or anything. Although being autistic is pretty great sometimes, but regardless of that, I'm just like, not everyone values the same level of honesty. It's something I've found in life. I value a type of honesty that is probably not something everyone could handle, but like I like being told, I don't like you, go away, rather than, oh, that's nice, and having to sort of guess around it, you know? You've not been doing lives. You don't feel like doing. Yeah, I understand, Lydia. You're going through some stuff. You need to take care of yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in it though. Yeah, I saw that she did a live or something the other day. I think she posted something. I didn't check though, because like I said, I've not really been on here much. But I've been thinking about Dawn a lot, and I really hope she's doing well. I know it's a lot to lose your brother like that. And my thoughts are with Dawn for sure. She's an amazing, amazing person. And she's been so welcoming and helpful. And she's supported me time and time again. Her and Jerry have been very, very supportive of this channel. And I'm very thankful of that. So yeah, I do hope that she's doing well. I hope the doggy is doing well as well, you know. Yeah, I've not talked to Dawn. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think she's on her phone much, dear. I don't think she's avoiding you. I think she just has a lot with her brother passing and everything. Just, yeah. She's a kind soul, and sometimes that means that you take things, like you take up people's feelings and whatnot a lot, and that can be overwhelming. And she tends to give a lot of herself, and that can be exhausting. And I think she's realizing that and taking a step back in her time to grieve, you know. So yeah, I do believe she is with her family. That's what she was saying. She needed to take time and space with her family. So, want to respect that, of course. But Dawn, we love you wherever you are. We're thinking of you, dear. We love you very much, and we really hope you're doing well. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that, Lydia, but like I said, everyone has a different process of a different process, a grieving process. Some people will take a few. Like I had a friend lose her mom last year, and it really hit her hard, and she didn't talk to me for a few months, but she needed the space, you know. It's just that different folks deal with grief in very different ways. And we do have to respect that. Like it's not that she doesn't want to talk to you, you know. She might not be in the headspace to do so right now. It takes a lot out of you, you know. Some people don't feel capable of talking at all for a very long time after loved ones have passed away. Oh, my grandpa was very graceful when grandma died, but he was in shambles, you know. Yeah, so it's difficult. It's a difficult thing. You have to be gentle with yourself, but you also have to be gentle with your friends who are grieving. I see a lot of people shaming grieving processes, and it makes me sad when I see things like that, because yeah, you never know what a person really is going through. Like when I was a kid, I was told I'm heartless because I wasn't crying when my mom passed. It's not that I didn't love my mom, but I was a freaking child and I was dissociated as hell, you know? And yeah, some kids just came and called me heartless. Oh, you're so heartless. You're not even crying. And I was like, give me a fudging break. Cut me a break. My mom just died. You know, I was 12 years old. I was gonna have to move to a new school and I was gonna have to move with my abusive dad. So, of course, I wasn't thinking about that. That's just logical, you know? But yeah, people can be mean with that stuff sometimes. You just have to remember to be gentle and to leave each other space. Some people are gonna be really sad and need to talk. But some people are grieving internally too and are processing through work and through activities and daily stuff and all of that. And some people are just in shambles and you can't, like, they need to be by themselves a bit or they need to be with family, be close to people they love. And we got a little reality check here. Okay, I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this in a loving way. Like I love a lot of you. You people are my people, and I just want you to know that. But the way you know a person on the internet and the way a person is in their real life is very different, and it's not just a thing of character and personality, right? Because I'm pretty much like this in real life too. But you guys don't know any of my family members. You don't know how I am with them. You don't know what's my relationship like with them. You don't know what time I brush my teeth. You don't know how things affect me in real life. You don't know that I look at sunsets with wet eyes, like almost crying because I love sunsets. Like you guys, you see a part of me, and that's a very real thing with parasocial relationship. Is you feel like you know a person so much more than you do in real life. And I love you guys. Like you're my people, you're my friends. Like to me you're friends and I consider you very important. But that's the thing. You don't know, sometimes you don't know how things are gonna affect me or how I feel about certain stuff. And you know, the possibility that we might meet is very low because we all live so far apart. And yeah, you just have to remember that the people you are with on the internet, you get a small window in their life, and what you are to them is limited to the internet. Do you understand what I mean? It's not that they don't love you, it's just that the time you spend in their life is this very short window, maybe an hour or two or more, while they're talking to a screen and you're looking at that screen, you know, on your side. I'm talking to a camera, I mean, and you're, well, I'm talking to a microphone really in front of a camera, but you know what I mean. And you're on your end looking at that and you see me and I read you. You know what I mean? And I read a very small window of you and your messages. But what I experience in daily life, like my real people, well, you're real people, that's not what I mean, but yeah, you guys know what I tell you, you know. That's just what I'm trying to convey, really. And so we have to be gentle with things like that. It was 10 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, dear. That's really awful. I'm sorry for your loss. But you see, right now we are talking about our different life stories about grief. I'm talking about my mother, and you guys are talking about your husbands and children. And we're exchanging excuse me, about grief and like connecting about that. And that's a wonderful thing. And that it's a thing that the internet allows us to feel like a community to each other and to really feel like we've got people and we're able to connect. But then after that, I'm gonna hop off the live stream and I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna decompress. Probably gonna do more work, check out TikTok and whatnot. And probably gonna get frustrated about a million things or like watch funny videos and whatnot. But that's a part you don't get to see of me, you know. But that's as much a part of me as is this, what I'm doing right now. So that's just what I want to impart. If you know a person in real life, you might have, like in person, you might have a little bit more of a glimpse, more of a window to more of that stuff because you're like, how can I explain? You're like in real time. You're there and you see it happen and you can sense their, well, you can see my body language right now, of course, but you would see more of me if you were in the room with me. You'd see that it's a mess right now and I have yarn everywhere and that's affecting my mood, but you don't see that right now because all you see is this rectangle, you know? So I want you all to just be careful and notice the way you see people and the way you think about people, and to understand that. I don't mean to be mean. I just, yeah. It's a thing that was a problem for me for a long time because I assumed people were my friends that I had never met and things like that. But I was just a random people they talked to like once or twice a week and that they enjoyed talking about one subject to. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like that and I understand because I do have a very busy life myself, you know? Yeah. This is what we call a parasocial relationship versus a social relationship. Like you can have a social relationship with someone online, but I mean it's more one-on-one. It's not just through media like live streaming and things and seeing their posts. Like if you do communicate via message more with a person, it can be a little bit more social, you know? But most of you guys only see that facet of me. Some of you have talked to me by message, and this is why I'm telling you about my friend Ian, who I consider a close friend, because we have talked a lot, and like we bitch at each other about random stuff all the time. Like, well, oh, this thing is very annoying, blah blah blah, and we know close personal details about one another, you know, and yeah, we've developed the friendship over that. But yeah, I really don't want to sound rude, because I love both of you. I'm just trying to explain to you how it is with the internet sometimes. I know you're not stupid and you probably already understand all of that, but I know that some folks don't necessarily. What I'm trying to say is there's a whole brain in there somewhere. Somewhere in there, there's a whole brain, okay? I know it doesn't necessarily show, but there's a whole person thinking things and like maybe overthinking sometimes as well and going crazy. It's going crazy in there a lot, and it's just a big mess. But you guys don't see that part of me. You see me having meltdowns and you see me reacting to things, but you don't have the whole portrait. Like, you see my boxes behind me, but you don't see that I feel pressed for time because I have furniture everywhere that I need to sell, you know? Yeah, that's the part you don't see. I can tell you that I'm stressed out about still not having sold my furniture, but that's just what I'm saying. Anyway, that's pretty much what I'm trying to explain. I know you probably understand, but yeah. And there's this one thing. Some people sometimes, I'm not saying you, but I've seen some people on YouTube who felt that way. Sometimes people feel entitled to your life more than they actually are. Like, they go beyond the limits of just what you're doing on the screen, and they demand things from you sometimes, and they don't necessarily understand how it affects you. And that's the thing Chapel Roan was talking about. If you don't know, she's a singer, and she's on TikTok and whatnot, but whatever, she's quite well known, and she was talking about her fans and how sometimes they don't see boundaries and stuff like that, and it's a struggle for her because she's trying to just live her life and she's being stalked and whatnot, you know, and so it's difficult in that way. But yeah, sometimes people will just assume, yeah, just take one day, 1 hour, one moment at a time. That's very good advice there. But yeah, Chapel Roan was just saying, oh, some of my fans get mad if I don't give them stuff and if I don't talk to them. And, oh, this person's stalking me. This person is insulting me, blah, 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 you know? And she was just like, you people don't understand personal space and consent. And sometimes it's true, like with people on the internet. Anyway, like we tend to not understand, and sometimes we push through more than we should. Yesterday I was watching this guy's live that I told you about earlier, and this other guy was like pushing us to have a sushi date. I was like, first of all, I don't know you who's saying that. Like, the guy was saying us three should get sushi, and I was just like, nope, no, we should not. And first of all, I don't even know the guy who was saying it. First of all, the first thing he did was invite me to a bar in Montreal. I was like, dude, I don't drink and I'm not very social. So after that, he was like, cool, okay, then we'll get sushi with the host of the live. And I was just like, I don't know him either. What the heck? Like, I don't know him. He's cool and all, but I don't know these people. I'm just a viewer here. Nobody knows me. And like we were both made extremely uncomfortable by this very visibly. But that's what I'm trying to convey with like the way people like to go over boundaries sometimes. Maybe they don't realize it, but it has very real consequences, you know? Anyway, that's just what I'm trying to convey. I hope I don't sound mean when I say that. Because I really do like you guys. Just want to make that clear. I have fantastic subscribers and friends here. Anyway, that was my little corner of wisdom that I wanted to impart. Does it need one more loop? I think it needs one more loop. Okay. Yeah. I'm so sorry that you're going through that, Lydia. I know that it's hard. I really hope you're. Yeah, my only hope is that it's gonna get slightly easier for you with time. You know, it when you grieve, it's never gonna stop hurting completely. Like you don't just forget a person like that. Um, but it can get slightly easier with time. You start to live a little bit more. You're not at that stage yet. That takes a little bit more time. But I hope I can bring you comfort in the way of um that by saying that at least. I know it's not useful for me to tell you that right now, but in due time you will see. I hope. For real. Okay. There. We just cut yarn. And I need to blow the nose. I like you people. Just want you to know that. All right, we have the two little ones here. I really think I like this one a lot. Although I love this one too, so I don't know. And that Antoinette said that she likes this one more. But so far, these are just, they look like maracas. They look like shakers, right? I'm not crazy. These look like shakers. Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna put on my gloves. I think I've done my crochet for the day. I'm not gonna lie. I've been a little bit this and hurt and whatever. What's the word? I've been a little bit disillusioned with the whole thing. Like I don't get the drive to crochet as much anymore. I think I'm gonna do a part 1 and 2 to this video. Alright, I've been streaming for 3 hours now, so I'm gonna get off. But I wanna say thank you for stopping by. Oh, my hair is a little bit meh. It needs to be washed soon, I think. But thank you all for watching, and I really appreciate you. I'm gonna put my links one last time in the chat. Just give us a second there. Sometimes Nightbot takes a moment. And yeah, if you want to find me, my shop is just there. And Ko-fi is to help with bills and such. So yeah. And I want to thank you all for watching and for being with me in this time. I know that some of you are going through some stuff, and it truly means a lot to me that you took the time to stop here today. But thank you all for watching, and I really wish you a good day. Bye. Take care of yourselves. Hydrate, get sleep, get food. Take care. Really do. For me. All right.